Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Louisville, Kentucky, where tonight your Madison Central Indians have made the hour and 37-minute trip north to take on the Shamrocks of Louisville Trinity. As always, our coverage here on WBON TV is presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. In all of Richmond, Kentucky, there isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than Bishop's. They're happy to help you find either the perfect outdoor power equipment, service, or the parts you've been looking for. Check out their brochures, including Bearcat, Cub Cadet, Echo, Grasshopper, Makita, and Shenandoah, to see what they have available. And if you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift coming up here in the next month or so, you can check out Bishop Small Engine Repair. Call or stop in at their location on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Michael Watkins, John Clark here in Louisville as the Indians try to pull off a big upset in Class 6A against the two-time defending state champions, the Shamrocks of Trinity, and coach, a tall task ahead of Madison Central this evening.
When you get down to the Final 8, for the most part, you're in big boy football at this point, especially at the 6A level. And I say for the most part because the RPI is a disaster still in Kentucky. It's getting a little better, but it's still a mess. There's teams in it still that probably in a lot of states don't make the playoffs, and some teams that are out that shouldn't be. So it's not a perfect science, but this is a different animal, and you've got a lot of kids in green tonight on this field that have played and won 2 state championships in a row, and they've played some high-level national-ranked teams.
Yeah, this team from the Louisville Trinity School, very, very tough. We'll talk more about them as we go throughout here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday barn market coming up in 8 days next Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop small and support local at this annual event with a wide variety of vendors offering handcrafted goods, unique gifts, direct sales products, and more. Enjoy festive entertainment throughout the day with singers, dancers, and a special visit from Coach Clark's favorite person. Santa Claus will be in the house next Saturday at Chenault Vineyards. And Coach, it's hard. I mean, it's Thanksgiving time. We're, 6 days away from Thanksgiving. So,
listen, man, I live every day in gratitude and Thanksgiving, so I'm ready for Christmas, man.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I'm ready. I've got the Christmas stuff up.
You've got a direct line to Santa, I've heard.
I know, I do. I've had the direct line to him, and I actually brought the elf out this week for the kids. They were excited about that. It's crazy this time of year. It just flies by, and it's all. And you've been deep into the postseason, obviously.
Yes.
When you're playing football deep into November, it just feels more emotional. It feels better being out here, just walking around the stadium a late, mid-November Friday night. It just has that different feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, most kids are at home watching on TV or traveling to these games and sitting in the stands, dreaming about their opportunity next year and already back in the weight room at a good program. So this is a different time, man. It's elite. There are a lot of coaches I've been involved with that are really good coaches, some of the best coaches I've ever been around, that have never made it this deep into playoffs. So there's a lot of things that go into this. It's a special – and, the ball's got to bounce your way a few times. You got to get the right alignments. I mean, some things have to happen. I think our first 2 rounds of the playoffs were pitiful as far as the competition.
Yeah.
And in our year in 17, when we made our run, our first 2 rounds weren't very strong. So it happens, and people can say, well, look who you've played, but the reality of it is all you can do is play the team that the KHSAA puts in front of you.
Yeah, and that's the case again tonight for Madison Central. Can they keep this game within striking distance? We saw what happened against St. X on the day before Halloween. They were able to move the football against St. X. St. X did lose to Trinity, but that's kind of the only comparison we've got right now is that one. Of course, Trinity has played some other teams that we have played this year. They did beat Frederick Douglass 37-0 back in the second week of the season. They did beat St. X 35-24. They beat Great Crossing in the first round of the playoffs 56-0. And this team, they are a well-oiled machine, and we'll talk more about them as we go throughout the pregame show. Again, brought to you by Chenault Vineyards. A lot more to get to here on the pregame show. We'll step aside for a 3-minute commercial break. The Indians out there, they're going with the white road uniforms, the white pants. They've been in the all-black the first 2 weeks on their home field. Now back to their white visiting uniforms, and we'll see if the Indians are ready to go. Kickoff is about 24 minutes away. We'll be right back in 3 minutes, diving deeper into this matchup with the Shamrocks on WEKY and WBON TV.
You know what they say? Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. They're experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Welcome back into the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday barn market on Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's next Saturday. Shop small and support local with this annual event with a wide variety of vendors offering handcrafted goods, unique gifts, direct sales products, and more. You can like the Chenault Vineyards Facebook page or follow them on Instagram for more information. It's Madison Central and the Shamrocks of Louisville Trinity, a big matchup tonight in Class 6A. Coach said it, we're down to 8 teams left. The other matchups today in Class 6A, South Warren versus Henderson County should be a running clock at some point there.
Yep.
St. X and Mel, and
Good
then
game.
Douglas and Ryle. Those two
Good game,
games
potentially.
are very, very good
Yep.
On paper. We'll see how they play out. But here's a tall task for the Madison Central Indians as they face the two-time defending state champs in Class 6A, the Shamrocks out of Louisville Trinity, and their starting quarterback, Zane Johnson. Only a junior, folks. He is just in his 3rd year, but he has started every year for Trinity. In his freshman season, he threw 30 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions. In his sophomore year, last year, 18 tutties to 10 picks. And then this year, man, he has really put it all together. 39 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He's also ran for 2 touchdowns during his career. A total of 87 touchdowns, 21 interceptions to go along with 2 rushing scores. And this kid is playing in his 13th playoff game. Only a junior playing in his 13th playoff game. He's 12-0 in his career, Coach.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. The last time anybody else won 6A was our son Cole with Douglas.
Yeah, not our son, just your son.
Yeah. My wife and I, our kid Cole Douglas, and I've seen this kid play. I'm very familiar with a lot of these kids at Trinity from when Cole's time was at Douglas. A lot of them were playing this is a special junior class. Yeah. They have a lot of really good juniors that were playing as freshmen and sophomores, juniors and seniors. So they knew a couple years ago they were about to go on a long run here, and you could see it watching them as well.
Well, they've definitely got, a dynasty building.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Madison Central, for as long as I've been covering the team, has been looking for one of those wins. You've been a part of one of those wins at Madison Southern when you got over that hump and were able to make a deep run in the playoffs. And Central's been here before. They've won a state championship, but they're only 2-6 against teams in Louisville. Since 2010, they're only 2-6. Those 2 wins coming against Louisville Seneca and DuPont Manual. So the upper echelon of the Louisville area, the Trinities, the teams that St. X they were unable to beat, Ballard they were unable to beat. This is what they've got an opportunity in front of them to get one of those victories, but it's a very, very tough challenge.
Yeah, and I think what people don't realize is, I've been in football my whole life. I'm a very realist when it comes to this kind of stuff. This isn't comparing apples and oranges of programs, and it's not anything wrong with Central, it's different. Louisville pulls from a huge area.
Yeah.
They can bring kids in on scholarship. These parochial schools, they can recruit, and it happens. So it's just a whole different animal. You're playing a different game when you get to this level. These kids come in, their schedules are set a certain way to really set them up for success across the board. It's just not the same as a public school. Even the elite public schools, it's not the same. I think Boyle's probably the closest to this in the public school setting that you're going to find in Kentucky.
We'll look now at our Keenan Wiley Real Estate keys to the game. We'll talk about those. But first, Keenan Wiley Real Estate. If you're looking for a new home in Richmond or in Central Kentucky, Keenan Wiley Real Estate may have the answer. Right now, they have some beautiful listings throughout the Richmond area and along Madison County. You can like Keenan Wiley Realtor on Facebook for more information. Keenan Wiley Real Estate, keys to the game. And, Coach, you look at the keys to the game tonight for Madison Central. They have got to get off to a much better start than what they did against St. X. Those first 2 drives against the Tigers a few weeks ago, you were backed up deep in your own territory twice. You basically gave them field position in your own territory twice to start the game. You've got to get off to a good start. You've got to run the football. And for Central to keep this game within striking distance, they have got to put together long drives, 10 to 12 play drives, I think, to try to slow down this fast-paced offense and keep their offense, this high-potent offensive attack, this superstar quarterback on the sidelines.
Yeah, playoff football in general, I don't care who you are tonight, you can't turn the ball over. Yeah. I was texting with Coach McPeak at Douglas earlier tonight, and I just said, it comes down to turnovers. We're just talking about, I bet if you go back and you run numbers across every playoff game at this level, in Indiana tonight, in Ohio tonight, in Kentucky tonight, the team that wins the turnover battle 9.9 out of 10 times is going to win the game. You cannot turn the ball over. And for Central tonight, you're going to have some takeaways. They're going to have to take a shot on a trick play, a fake punt. Something's going to have to happen to stay in a game, and I think that has to happen early in the game as well.
Well, and I talked about with somebody else, too. If it's 4th and 2, really anywhere on the field, you've got to go for it. You've got to get those 2 yards.
You got to let it hang out tonight.
You've got to just be super aggressive. You can't lay back and let this game come to you. You got to go out there and grab it.
No doubt.
I think that's the message from Coach Blair. He's a very confident coach. He's confident in this group. When you've got guys like Camden Burke and Quincy Compton and Carson Herbst, who seems to never get rattled, when you've got a team like that is leadership and experience-driven, you can go out there and you have the ability to pull off an upset. But going out there and doing it sometimes can be the biggest challenge. We'll see what the team is able to put together tonight. We just saw Coach Stepp walk in and along with some of the offensive coordinators and some of the guys that will be up here in the booth. And you can see they seem very loose. And I feel like Central's got nothing to lose tonight.
Yeah, and something that I think is underrated here is a very smart decision was playing St. X last game of the regular season. Like, they've been in a big game against a team like this over in the Louisville area. They've done the bus trip. So that shouldn't have been a shock to the team, the trip, the feel, the environment. This is much like a St. X. I mean, it's different, but it's similar.
Yeah.
So the speed of the game, the caliber of top-level players on the field. So it shouldn't come – the shock factor should be worn off by this point for Central. So they should be much more calm and collected in the game as players. And you got to think, after watching the film against St. X, a lot of those guys sat there and said, we don't turn the ball over in the red zone, it's a different game. Like, we could have been in this game, and you hope there was just a massive amount of learning that came from that film and that experience.
It's Madison Central and Trinity tonight. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Thanks for watching here with us and listening on WEKY and WBON TV.
The pre-Black Friday sale is on right now at Gwen's Fine Jewelers. This week only, 1-carat lab-grown solitaire diamond rings starting at just $8.99. Plus, round lab-grown diamond studs are on sale. 1-carat total weight, only $5.99. 2 carats for just $9.99. And don't miss the Kendra Scott deals. Buy 2, get 1 50% off. And select Kendra Scott pieces 20% off. It's the pre-Black Friday sale, 20 to 50% off store-wide. Hurry to Gwen's Fine Jewelers in Richmond, where gorgeous gifts shine brighter than ever.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive.
Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back here on WBON TV in the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Be sure to check out the annual holiday barn market coming up next Saturday. It's on Small Business Saturday at Chenault Vineyards. For more information, you can like the Chenault Vineyards Facebook page or follow them on Instagram. A great event that everyone in the family will enjoy. John Clark, Michael Watkins here with you as we now look at our Jerry Goebel State Farm Star Watch. As you turn the page into a new year, it brings an opportunity to strengthen your safety net and prepare for the unexpected. The wide range of services at Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance include car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters, life, business, and financial services. They have a special focus on assisting individuals who are relocating to Madison County. Visit JerryGoebelInsurance.com to learn more about Jerry Goebel State Farm. Coach Clark, when you look at this matchup tonight, I feel like the Stars have got to play well for Madison Central. And there's two guys one that I have gotten really close with over the last year, Camden Burke, a senior who just turned 18 last night. So he's celebrating his 18th birthday last night. He was at Nuevo actually eating dinner.
Your
spot. Sent me a picture with some whipped cream on his face. You know, they do the birthday thing. So, told him happy birthday last night. And that kid has been so good this year. Him
he's a great
and
player.
McElwee. Moose McElwee, number 12, the defensive superstar. Had his 4th touchdown of the year taken away last week because of a penalty, but he has been a superstar this season. He's got to make some big plays tonight as well.
Yeah, and I get asked a lot, like, when it comes to programs like this, like, what makes them so much better? You got to remember, too, a lot of these kids at schools like this, they play one position for 4 straight years. They practice one position for 4 straight years. It's just different. You don't have a lot of kids playing both ways. Now, make no mistake, Central's got some guys that belong on this field tonight. You mentioned 2 of them, Moose, Burke. You've got some running backs there.
Yeah, Compton.
You've got some, Liam Daly's as good as it. Like, the difference is the average level of player at a program like this that has the resources they have, plays one side of the ball all the time. It's a little different animal, but they're kids too.
Yeah.
And that's real.
That's our Jerry Goebel State Farm Star Watch as we get you set for kickoff, about 7 minutes and 45 seconds away. You look at this matchup, Trinity hosting Madison Central, the 2-time defending state champs. And we talked about other games around the state, but this time of year, and everybody looks forward to that Thursday practice, that Thanksgiving practice. You got to have that with your team back in 2017. It's a very special time of year. And it just feels like Central's been building toward this season. You talked about, with Trinity, they've got this junior class. Well, Central's senior class with all these offensive linemen, some of the defensive guys, we might see, and who knows? This is the kind of game where you try something that maybe you haven't done in a game throughout the year. We saw them last week with the wrinkle in the kicking game that Gilboa did perfectly, like the squib kick. There will be something like that tonight that they haven't put on film all year long that they will have to come out here and execute. And that could be, like you talked about a few weeks ago, maybe it's putting Trey Livingood, like you did, on defense. Maybe putting him in at, you put him in at fullback?
We played him in the backfield. He scored twice in the finals.
So maybe it's like the case of putting Camden Burke on defense or something that you haven't seen on film.
When you're superiorly outmatched, sometimes you've got to do some things a little different. I expect that they'll do that tonight. The last couple of weeks, we've sat here in the booth and we've been like, why is a team that Central's already destroyed doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, some of them's just like, why didn't they try something different? Why didn't they roll the dice on things? And the thing you got to remember, too, is there's good players on the field. Like, you don't get here as Central if you don't have talented players. So there'll be calculated rolls of the dice with the players that they think give them a chance to do the special thing in the moment. You got to execute those things. And if you haven't practiced them a ton, then it can be hard in these moments to execute them, but it can happen. So, but we talked about the alignment, and I personally think Trinity should be the 1 seed, but because of RPI, they've played 3 teams out of state. All 3 teams are elite teams making playoff runs in Ohio and Indiana that are nationally ranked teams that they lost to. They don't get RPI points for any weight in that. So this is not a 1 seed RPI team, but absolutely should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely should be.
If we were kind of just breaking it down RPI-wise, if the true RPI was taken into account, Trinity would most likely be the 1 seed. South Warren the 2, St. X the 3, which probably would mean
vice versa.
Or vice versa. So
and
we
Douglas
would probably be either
4.
South Warren or St. X if the true RPI was in play.
Henderson would be the low. I mean, they got beat by GRC this year.
So us and Mayo would be kind of hanging around which one would be the 7 or 6, depending. But again, they got a big win last week over DuPont Manual.
Right.
But it is in front of you. So Central's got to come out here and they've got to play this game. And here's the thing about the Indies. You've been wanting a chance, or you have had chances. You've been wanting a signature win.
Yeah.
And they've got a team this year that has really been hungry for that signature win. We'll see if that signature win comes tonight. Again, they've got to do a lot of things right to be able to keep this game close. But they've got some weapons themselves. And again, we've talked about it. The game plan, how can they get this thing going tonight? We'll be right back in 3 minutes, folks. When we come back, we'll give you our game time temperature and the kickoff in the region championship game between Madison Central and Louisville Trinity. On the other side, we'll be right back on WEKY and WBON TV.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians. Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank, committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Clines.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
The constant changing of the weather in Kentucky can hit hard. That's why having Madison HVAC on your side is so important. Don't waste time. Schedule a maintenance check on your HVAC system and make sure it's ready to handle the constant changing of the weather that comes with living in Kentucky. Your comfort is their promise. Like Madison HVACR Inc. on Facebook, or schedule your maintenance checkup at 859-625-1471. Welcome back into the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday bond market on Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy festive entertainment throughout the day with singers, dancers, and a special visit from Santa Claus. Fun for the whole family at Chenault Vineyards next Saturday. The game time temperature now brought to you by Madison HVAC. Don't let yourself down by failing to have your HVAC system inspected before we head into the cold months of the winter. Visit MadisonHVACR.com and let their experts keep your system heating and cooling all year long. It's Madison Central on the road taking on Louisville Trinity, a regional championship and a spot in the Final Four on the line. Indians trying to knock off the 2-time defending state champs, and at kickoff, our game time temperature is 58 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The rain kind of coming and going throughout the evening. It was a very wet, muggy, foggy trip down here, and I'm sure it'll be much worse heading back, Coach, back to Richmond. But a pretty good crowd has made the trip to Louisville tonight to support the Indians.
Yeah, it's awesome, man, and congratulations to all the Central fans and alumni out there. I mean, listen, it doesn't matter who you're playing. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. You're one of the Final 8. And not many kids play 4 years of high school and say that. Not many programs get to this point. So it's just a big night. Everybody needs to celebrate it. Congratulations.
Indians won the toss, elected to receive. Davion DeBrose and Jeff Hairston will head back. And for the Shamrocks, they will kick it away with their massive kicker, punter number 9, Peyton Hilbert.
What is he on the roster?
220.
He literally looks like Pat McAfee's older brother out there
a
kicking.
sophomore.
Did you see him? He was hitting 55-yard punts with about 5 seconds hang time and warm-ups.
Yeah, Central's got some speed back there with DeBruce and Hairston. Of course, Hairston took the very first kickoff of the season back for a touchdown against Connor way back in mid-August. And kicking off again, it's Peyton Hibbert, the sophomore, 6'6", 220.
He's a sophomore. You're going to see a lot of speed on their kickoff coverage team. We've got to get hats on hats from the start here. You don't want to start with your heels up against your end zone.
Kickoff, and we are underway in the region championship game. DeBruce will muff it, pick it up from the 10-yard line. Davion spun around and brought down at the 20. Indians take over from there. And again, one of the keys to the game, the Keenan Wiley real estate keys to the game, you have got to get off to a good start. Even if you don't score on this opening drive, you want to get 1 or 2 first downs to at least give you some confidence as we go throughout this game.
Well, Colton Johnson just got off to a good start because I saw him put a guy on his rear end right away, and he was pretty fired up, so you like to see that on a kickoff. I do feel there's a sense of edginess that we didn't have going into the St. X game, like they're not too scared of the moment here.
So it's Herbst up under center. DeBruce in motion and a flag before the snap. And this one coming from the line judge. Right? Yep, they stop it before the play.
Yeah,
it's offsides.
It's an encroachment. That's good. There wasn't a lot of push on that play right there, so that's a good thing. Now we're in that overload set. The overload's where they're unbalanced. The tackle is in the tight end position. Looked like it was going to be an option to the strong side here.
So 1st and 5.
That's a good 1st and 5 is a nice start. That's better than a muffed snap.
Ball across the 25-yard line. So the nose of the football touching the 26. 1st and 5 now for Central.
So they're playing a 5-down front. So you've got a 54 defense, 1 high safety. So at some point tonight, you're going to have to throw the football, but the perimeter is a nice place to start.
Yeah, pitch it out to Compton. Compton's got speed. Quincy at the 40, 30, trying to beat the defense. Compton in the end zone. Touchdown, Indians.
That's a
what
great
a way to start. We said you got to get off to a good start, and a 74-yard Whitaker Bank touchdown will do just that.
Well, they're sitting in a 54 defense, which actually shocks me because there is nobody at the 2nd and 3rd level after they get out of the box. When they're sitting in that set, I'm shocked there's nobody to run the alley. So really surprised at the defensive scheme that Trinity came in.
And how about that block by Canterbury downfield? What a way to spring Compton for the 74-yarder, and a great way to start the game. 1 play and 6 on the board with Gilboa trying to make it a 7-0 lead.
Great read by Herbst on the dive and the pitch. He took a shot on that pitch, too, and was able to get it out with perfect angle.
A terrible snap, but Herbst cleans it up. Gilboa for the PAT. 7-0 Indians, feeling good early on WEKY and WBON TV. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today. Back to the action here with Gilboa kicking it off. Cross Watson and Ashton Taylor back to return for the Shamrocks as Gilboa will kick it from the near hash 40-yard line. Gets it away cleanly, and this one will be returned by Taylor from inside the 5. Indians.
He's got a crease.
Yeah, good crease for Taylor and good speed as well. Tripped up by Gilboa. Ball came out, and the Indians think they have it. The official saying Trinity football.
Pretty sure he was down on the ground caused that.
Yeah, the ball popped out after the play, and Central claiming they've got it. And they're going to say Trinity football.
Is there a replay on that potentially?
Gage has got it for us. Gage Hill right on the ball. Yeah, we'll get it with Taylor returning. You see it right here at Gilboa, actually the one that trims him up. Right there, Taylor. Yeah, there was a knee down.
Yeah, his whole body was down. That's a good call. But that's the kind of thing they need to have happen tonight.
And a flag comes in, and this is going to be probably a sideline warning against Madison Central. We saw it on the replay, Coach.
This is what can't happen tonight. They're going to have to keep their calm on the sideline. They can't afford penalties tonight. They've got to stay back. They've got to keep their cool. That was a good call by the official. They can't get too emotional over the highs and lows of the calls.
4 receivers set. Now make it a 5 wide for Zane Johnson, the superstar quarterback. He'll go over the middle, pass complete to midfield. And that's to Jason Hagan, the junior wide receiver. And they've got plenty of options for Johnson, who's thrown 39 touchdowns this season, to sit back there and find an open man for a gain of 7. It'll be second down, a long 2, short 3 for Johnson. He's back in the pistol.
Hurry up, no huddle offense. He has a very quick release.
Oh, Central read that one perfectly. The tailback goes out of bounds. A flag on the play at the 46-yard line. And the Central defense reading that well. The tailback, number 23, Barry.
It looked like somebody got hit out of bounds that seemed a little late. See what the call is here.
Yeah, they're going to throw. So the official picked up the flag, threw it back down at the 46-yard line. It's going to be against the Indians. Face mask against the Indians, so it'll be enough to move the sticks into Madison Central territory at the 47-yard line. So
Again,
with the first down.
You're Central. You've just got to keep your cool in the moment of the game here.
Pass out in the flat. Central again reads it well. Oh, man. Colton Johnson there to make the stop. It was Carson Herbst, the quarterback, coming in from his safety position. Made a nice play as he came all the way up to read that. Check it out here again on the replay. The Indians defense was there. Canterbury cut it off. Make that Compton cut it off.
Yeah, great play by Compton.
Made the tackle.
Compton staying outside leverage there, allowed the play to spill back into the pursuit. But they are playing hurry up, so everybody's got to get set. They got to get the signal in quick.
Second down and 12. Loss of 2 on first down.
He's got a lot of room to the field out there.
Indians only bring 3. They're going to go deep. Downfield, pass caught, touchdown Trinity.
Yeah.
We talked about this quarterback, Zane Johnson. He connects for 52 yards to number 6, Cross Watson. A touchdown, number 40 on the year for Johnson. And, man, just showed you how good of a quarterback he is, Coach.
Well, he makes the right read. So that's a mesh concept. You've got shallows underneath. He's got a triple-level read. He sees the post open up right away. Middle of the field was wide open. He had a lot of room. It's a really good read by that young man, but it shows you what he can do. The receiver never breaks stride.
Yeah, Watson for 6. First team All-State track is Cross Watson. So
you saw that right there.
What kind of speed he's got.
And a quarterback that hits him in stride, too. I mean, that's a dangerous combo, but it's not 7-0. It's 7-7.
Indians will get the football back when we come back on WEKY and WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Think better.
Kick goes into the end zone from Hilbert, and the Indians offense comes back out after a one-play 74-yard drive and the touchdown by Compton. Now the offense back out onto the field for a big one, Coach, trying to keep, again, the emotions are high right now from both teams. We saw the answer from Trinity. Now the Indians have one themselves here.
Yeah, and we just talked about this in a game like this. Trinity's used to kind of riding this speed of game, this tempo of game. Central is not. Central's got to keep emotion in check. You can get worn out real quick. You can't beat an 11 emotionally a whole football game. It doesn't work. We don't want a track meet game going on here.
So back to work offensively. 10:15 to play in the opening frame pull from Louisville. And Herbst will go up under center. Carson turns around. He fakes it to Barnes. It's DeBruce on the end around. Davion cuts it back. Still on his feet. DeBruce with a blocker in front, and Davion pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line, but a flag behind the play.
This is likely coming back on a hold, too. And this is what we talked about. Like, there's big plays here, but there's a good chance this is a hold on the backside.
It is the official talking to Carson Herbst, the quarterback for the Indians, and it is going to be a flag. This one's coming back, but you like the confidence. DeBruce, we talked about it, him and Compton. Hairston, they've got guys that have speed themselves. It's just a backbreaker when you break off a big play like that and it comes back.
And I want to just comment, like, we've watched Canterbury get some holding penalties the last few weeks, but we've talked about, like, if he can learn from that, like, he's really figuring it out. He has made some impressive blocks here tonight already in the first couple run plays.
So it'll be 1st and 20 now. Need to get to the 30, ball all the way back to the 10-yard line, and this is where you don't want to be.
This is tough.
If you're Madison Central. Again, they rely on their ground game so much to now have a 1st and 20 deep in your own territory. We'll see how Trinity's defense responds as well.
But again, they're in a 54 structure here, which really gives up a lot of perimeter and a lot of deep balls.
They give it to Barnes. Corinthian lost the football. They're going to say he was down at the 12-yard line.
That's going to be tough sledding against a 54 defense like they're getting. It's going to be a lot of perimeter run tonight.
The sideline official comes to mark it at the 11th. So just a gain of 1, 2nd down and 19.
That's a big defensive end at 6'2", 275 pounds, number 8 in there for Trinity.
And they've got some beef up front,
That's
too.
a big boy, yep. That's a big boy to move.
Christian Lawson wide right with number 16, that's Carmelo Hill to the near side. Compton and Bruce more at the wing spot. Barnes the fullback.
See all the room from the hash outs?
Yeah.
There's a great opportunity for wheel routes, things that hit the perimeter because there's nobody wide on the defense right now. Pitch plays.
Yeah, pitch to Compton. Quincy tried to just keep the defender from getting it. The defender picks it up and scores the touchdown. That is a big play defensively by Blue Sebastian, the junior linebacker, comes up. Compton just tried to prevent him from getting the football. He gets it anyway and takes it in the end zone.
Yeah, and there's things there in the game like this, but you've got to be smooth. And if you're going to hit the perimeter with the pitch game, we didn't pitch the ball a ton this season, so that pitch is going to have to be smooth tonight. You're going to run it. They're going to capitalize on situations like this, and now you're down 1 in the turnover margin.
So Indians give up the defensive score, and the PAT coming from the kicker, Katie Chris.
It's a big swing from a first down 20-yard run play to a turnover on your goal line that goes for 6. That's a big swing.
Flag comes in behind the play, and the official, I believe, was saying Central didn't have enough men on the field, and then Liam Daly counts them for him, and they did have 1 extra guy on the field, so they'll pull him off, and the PAT will be a little bit closer for Ketty.
Talked about the emotion. It was really high early on. There's a sideline warning. There's a penalty, and then there's a turnover. There's just a lot of emotion. It's got to be under control.
And now the Trinity offense
going for 2
is going to come back out onto the field. They're going to go for 2 now, following that touchdown. Try to make this a 15-7 lead.
You see the whole unit together, moving together.
Yeah.
There's just such a well-oiled machine on that side of the field. Very calculated.
They've got some big guys up front as well. Big number 72, Dakari Beckham, 6'3", 305.
A couple 300
here
pounders
on the near side. So, and they've got the tailback, Barry, lined up.
Full house backfield.
They'll give it to him near side. Central's defense is there, but it doesn't matter. Barry able to take it into the end zone. Daly tried to keep him out, but Barry keeps those legs churning. The PAT turns into a 2-point conversion. It's 15-7 Shamrocks. Indians on the road needing an answer when we come back on WEKY and WBON TV.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
3 scores already, 9:09 to play in the first quarter. Madison Central back to return with Davion DeBruce and Jeff Hairston switching the kickers for Trinity as Ketty will actually kick this one off, and he'll go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indians offense will come back out onto the field. Down 15-7. Coach, they've had a couple of big run plays, but on that last drive, the big run play by Davion DeBruce was wiped away due to a penalty. A couple plays later, a turnover that is taken into the end zone by the Shamrocks, and they lead 15-7. The Indians offense coming out for their third drive.
Pass game's going to be there. The play action game's going to be there. The perimeter is there. We just can't – everybody can't get too anxious about everything. You got to just keep their breath here and do what they do, but the perimeter's open. They are too high here when they're going 2-by-2, which can open up some run lanes in that 52 defense.
It's a handoff to Barnes. Man, there is just nowhere to go. Big play made defensively by Jabari Frost, 6'2", 260 lineman for the Shamrocks, and he takes down Corinthian Barnes immediately. No gain, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, you're running a inside trap into a 52 defense is going to be tough sledding with the size they have and the shades they're lined up in there. You've got 200-pound linebackers as well. It's going to be a tough play to get anything out of tonight.
Offside, second time that the Shamrocks have come offside. This time the penalty against Keandre Thompson, the senior defensive lineman. So 5 free yards given up, 2nd and 5 now for Central.
Something worth mentioning is the defensive line for the Shamrocks are starting to stem. Stem means pre-snap they move. That is hard when you're playing for a triple option offense because the read guy can move. So it's a different guy sometimes that you're reading when they shift and move. That can be really tough on a quarterback.
DeBruce and Lawson each moved to the near side for the Indians. It was actually Compton that moved up behind Lawson. DeBruce moved into more of in the backfield next to Barnes on this 2nd and 5 play. Herbst giving signals to the offense. It's Davey. Man, nowhere to go. 3 defenders for Trinity back there on DeBruce, who loses 5 on the carry. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that's just you're asking Lawson to down block on a 290-pound guy there by himself. He just doesn't have quite enough rear end. That's going to be tough. Double teams and reads are probably going to be the requirement for up front tonight.
So 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Central at their own 20-yard line, 7:50 to play in the opening period. Herbst sends DeBruce in motion. They'll run the option, and the pitch to Compton, finally able to track it down, but he'll be taken down for another 5-yard loss.
What's frustrating there is there's a lot of room out there to run if they get that pitch off again. It's not clean, and the safety was barreling down on it, but I think he can outrun that like he did before. Yeah. It's got to be clean. There's got to be a better relationship there. We talked about that a lot this season. I think sometimes the back gets too tight, and so the ball comes hot. They've got to be 1 yard deep, 5 yards wide for a really clean pitch there.
He bobbled it and then had to completely turn around to catch it,
which allows that safety to run that alley.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast you are. It's hard to recover from that, and Compton couldn't do it. So the kick or the punt from Gilboa does a good job of just getting this one off. Fair caught at the 45, and the Shamrocks have great field position inside Central territory when they take over.
That was the first 3rd down of the game.
Yeah.
That's how fast-paced the game's already been, and we're just now getting close to halfway through the first quarter.
Just 5 minutes into the game thus far. 3 scores already. Central's defense got to find a way to at least slow down Trinity. You can't give up one of those big pass
plays can't
like they did on the opening drive. Canterbury near side. The only safety back is Gilboa. Higher comes in to play back as well. Man in motion, they'll give it to Barry. Running to the far side, and he's tripped up, taken down at the 45-yard line. No gain. Might have got a yard to give him the 44, so it is a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9.
It's counter scheme up front. Linebackers did a really nice job of reading their keys, being where they are. I think Trinity's they're gonna run the ball as need be, but you're going to see them start to stretch the pass game. I have a feeling here.
They actually back it up, so it is 2nd and 10 as the Shamrock offense, and they change the cadence up. This will be an offsides against Madison Central this time. Zane Johnson, the junior quarterback, man, so good, so polished. Coach, I mean, I always said Cutter Boley was probably the best pure quarterback I have seen in person in high school. Zane Johnson's pretty daggone good. He gets a pass off here complete to the far sideline, and that was to Cross Watson, his superstar wideout, the first team all-state track member.
Yeah.
And he breaks loose for a first down into Central Territory, even deeper now at the 32-yard line.
Everything he does is on time. You're going to notice there's no wasted by that one. If it's a 1-2-3, by the third step, the ball's out. He's got a very quick release. The minute the receivers break, the ball's to him. Everything's very, very, very good time.
Central brings pressure off the edge.
Screen.
They'll throw the screen to the far side to Watson. Watson showing off his speed. Touchdown.
Might be a holdout on the perimeter.
There's a flag here on the near side.
And I can't see if they threw the flag on the far side. It looked like a pancake block, but I thought it had a hold on it as well out on the perimeter by the screen. We'll see what the call is.
Corey Chapman and Chris Min are down here on the near sideline talking to one another. The flag is back at the 27. They're going to pick the flag up. Wow.
Definitely a hold on the perimeter by 66 out there in a pancake
he just ran
block.
over a
Well, he had his hands outside. I mean, you're allowed to run your legs and finish a block. When your hands are outside, that's a hold call, and that sucks. That's not going to get called right now.
So the extra point coming after another big touchdown pass from Johnson to Watson. Kick is up. Kick is good. It's now 22-7. Trinity on top. 5:59 to play in the first quarter on WEKY and WBON TV. Tristan Clark is here to help you fulfill your dreams when it comes to your home. As an owner of Clark Construction, Clark Restoration, and Tri-Pillar Homes, Tristan can help you fix your home up from a simple bathroom remodel to removing mold from your home. He'll even buy your house in any condition. On call 24/7, he's there for you. Call 859-893-1006 or visit ClarkConstructionLLC.net for a free estimate.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Kicking off once again, and this one going to go into the end zone once again. So the Indians taking over at their own 20-yard line. And, Coach, it's been a high, fast-paced first 6 minutes. 4 scores already, one by Central to begin the game, a one-play 74-yard drive, and it's been all Trinity ever since. They have scored on defense and then on back-to-back possessions, sandwiching that defensive score. And they'll come back out to work defensively with the Indians down 22-7, 5:59 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to move the ball on offense. So this could get out lopsided real quick with the tempo of the offense of Trinity.
It's Christian Lawson to the wide right, Canterbury near side. They'll pitch it out. Compton again with DeBruce out blocking. Compton across the 25 to the 26, maybe 27-yard line. A nice play. And that time the pitch works to perfection, Coach, as they pick up 5, make it 6 yards to the 26-yard line to bring up a second down and 4.
It's going to require cleaner blocking on the perimeter than what they got right there, but the concept of that is what's going to have to be tonight. It's going to be tough finding anything in A and B gaps.
Good block by Davion DeBruce to help Compton spring for a couple of extra yards there. There were 2 guys. DeBruce took the inside guy. Compton cut it back, and it's 2nd and 4. Herbst looks over to the near sideline. They're going to slow it down a bit. Take some time off this clock. Let your defense get a break and let that high potent offensive Trinity simmer on the sidelines. DeBruce in motion this time. They'll pitch it out to him near side. Davion makes the catch and a first down. Davion DeBruce cuts it up and gets it to the 37-yard line. So a first down for the Indians offense, and it was a pitch to the far side to Compton that got him 6. This one a bit more with DeBruce coming near side.
They're going to move the ball tonight. It's going to come on the perimeter, and we have yet to see a pass tonight. I'd like to see something to loosen these safeties up. They're running the alley hard. It's a really nice block on the perimeter by Quincy Compton. Again, the later they engage, the better they're going to be. Is borderline a hold out there, so they got to be careful.
The defender jumping again for Trinity. Another offsides, the 4th of the game, 3rd on the Shamrocks. So a 5 free yards for the Indians. They'll move it up to the 43-yard line. It's first and 5.
Trinity's defensive line coach is not going to be happy about this. They're listening to the cadence instead of reading their read keys, and that's not going to go over well. It's way too many offsides for those guys already this evening.
So Carson, again, just letting that clock wind down. Again, take your time, set your offense up. Try to slow the pace of this game down.
They've backed the safeties up. They're a little more of a too high set now than they were. They were more of a 54 at the start of the game.
Carson with Muncie ready to snap the football. Barnes, the fullback. DeBruce in motion. They'll pitch it out again to Compton, far side. DeBruce blocking. Quincy able to stiff arm one defender. Man, there was nowhere for him to go. Up to the 46-yard line, got a couple of yards, and a big 3rd down coming up for Madison Central. And, Coach, we talked about it. This might be the type of game where you're in 4-down territory for most of it. I think right here you've got 2 downs to go. It's only 2nd down, right? Yeah, 2nd down and 2 yards to go.
2nd down and 2. And another thing to watch, Herbst took a massive shot on that play. If they're going to live in the pitch game and the option game on the perimeter tonight, they're going to have to do a thing or two and just keep an eye on Herbst because he took a pretty big shot there. See the way they're tightening the formation? That doesn't allow that allows the receivers to go to the safeties that are running the alley right now on the option pitch.
DeBruce in motion. They pitch it out to him again. Davion's got a first down. Spun around and across midfield down to the 49 of Trinity. And the Indians with a couple of first downs on this drive as they start to get some momentum offensively. Still a long way to go to Pater, but at least we're moving the football at this moment.
It's a good adjustment. The safeties were making the plays, running down the alley, tightening the receivers. They go to the safety, make the corner, make the tackle. You want to find out who their worst tacklers are in space and make that guy tackle on the option.
DeBruce in motion again, and Herbst stands up from under center. We'll look over to the sideline, and they'll rally in the play call with Davion going back to his wing position. Lawson near side. You've got Mello Hill to the far right. They'll give it to Barnes, or fake it to Barnes, pitch it to Compton. Quincy makes one man miss, still on his feet, slips and goes down at the 46-yard line. Might have got a couple of extra yards had he stayed upright, Coach, but a gain of 4, make it 3, back to the 46-yard line, 2nd down and 7.
They got really lucky on that line. Mike linebacker timed up his blitz and they got perfectly. I don't know how Herbst got that ball out. He had a guy about to take the snap from him at the moment. Really like the set they're getting in with the tight end in the wing to the boundary, like a little post wheel. There's only one guy at the corner position.
Quincy Compton getting a breather here. He is worn down on this first quarter. It's Kenley now in motion and a flag. This one might be a false start.
Yeah, it's on. Canterbury moved over here.
Canterbury will now come out. Mello Hill back into the game. So a 2nd down and 7 turns into a 2nd down and 12 as they move the football back to the Indian side of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of adjustments taking place defensively for Trinity. I don't think they've probably, looking at their schedule, they've not seen a bunch of triple option this year. So their guys are making some adjustments. They started off in that 54. They've back to a 52 with the safeties, a little bit of depth so they can read the play. They can run the alley a little better. And Central's answer to that to get to the perimeters to tighten in these receivers. So you got a little chess going on here.
DeBruce in motion. They'll pitch it out to him again near side. Davion makes the cut and still on his feet, spinning around into a first down at the 38-yard line. And a good job by Davion DeBruce. And, Coach, we've seen him kind of be the silent assassin this year. He's had a big playoff run, has made some big plays here on this drive.
One thing I'm a fan of right now, like you're going to notice when we try to run the ball inside right now, there's nothing there. What they're doing is they're not having success blocking the down guys, so they're leaving them and pitching off of them. Just dive key, pitch key, quick, get the ball out, run the perimeter.
Hairston now comes in. Kinley in motion. Gavin will go back to his wing spot as they check out the defense and call the play.
Look how low the safeties are, how deep the corners are. Really opens up a post to the field if you've got time to throw. There's a lot of room behind that safety to the end zone.
Got to get the play call in. Central might have to blow a timeout here. They will. It's 1st and 10 when we come back on WEKY and WBON TV.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
Back to the action here in Louisville with the Indians having a 1st and 10 coming out of the timeout. 59 seconds remaining here in the opening 12 minutes. Herbst goes up under Muncie, sends DeBruce in motion. They give it to Barnes, or they fake it to Barnes, and Herbst will take it himself. Carson cuts it back near side. Hairston there to block, and coming in to make a tackle that will not work as Carson Herbst gets into the end zone. A 40-yard run for Carson Herbst. And, Coach, he made a couple of people miss, and the burst of speed, check it out here on the replay.
Looks like a counter option. That's a counter option. So he's opening up opposite. That's just a midline. That's a midline read. Probably should have been a give because the guy that he's making miss is the original dive key, but he realized it, and he just followed his give read.
Great play by Herbst to get the Indians back on the scoreboard. Gilbo for the extra point.
Yeah, it's a nice job of him realizing he made the wrong read, but then making it right with his legs. I mean, that's a football player. I'm a fan of the kid, man. He's a good player.
22-14, 49 seconds remaining. A high-scoring first quarter in Louisville on WEKY and WBON TV.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Whitford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Back to the action here in Louisville with Peyton Gilbo getting ready to kick it off for the Indians, down 22-14 following a 38-yard run from Carson Herbst. And the offense has had a couple of big plays, Coach. Now it's the defense's turn. Can they make some big plays and get this football back for that offense?
Well, and there may be something afoot here that's a little different alignment, which I like to see. So we'll see what's going on here.
It's going to be Peyton Gilbo to kick it off. They've moved the football about 5 feet inside the hash. And it will be the squib kick. We saw this last week against GRC. Trinity able to field it. Coming near side with some speed is the return man. It's number 4, Miles Howells. He's pushed out of bounds near the 39-yard line, so the Shamrocks will take over from there. But I like that the kicking unit, the special teams, they're trying to do something different there to make Trinity's special teams unit think a bit.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to sit at home and go, well, what are we doing? We're giving up field position. But the reality of it is there's obviously a fear of a big return there, and you're trying to play safe too.
Central going with 3 safeties back. Herbst, Compton, and I think that's Higher as the middle safety. as the Shamrocks come out 5 wide. Pass over the middle is complete as that pass goes to Ashton Taylor.
Very familiar with his defensive set with 3 deep. Look, it's almost like a 3-5-3. Coach Blair used this at Southern quite a bit when we were playing the Cuff Catholics of the world. Teams that we felt like could really get behind us just to keep the ball in front. You're giving up a pass rush, but if they're going to throw the rock.
Johnson brings Taylor in the backfield now behind him in the pistol. He'll fake the handoff, throw near side. Pass is going to be caught, and a great tackle by Herbst. Coach, we've talked about it. He's being recruited to be a safety in college. He's made a couple of nice plays, and I know EKU is looking at him to play safety. A couple of other places. I don't think he's been offered yet, but he shows you why. He is a football player. He's not just a guy that can hand it off. A nice defensive play there by Carson Herbst.
He's got to put on a little bit of weight for the next level, but I'm going to tell you, he's a competitor.
Yeah.
He's a winner. I'm a big fan of the young man. He's a good player, man. Very, very good player.
First quarter is over. Indians down 8 on WBON.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Wide open in the end zone for Trinity out of the timeout is Cross Watson, who scores for the 3rd time this game. 44 yards, wide open, Coach, in the end zone.
That cannot happen, man, especially when you're playing a 3-deep coverage. There's just a lot of confusion going on the field.
Yeah, 2 guys went with 1 receiver, and the other receiver, Cross Watson, who has been electric tonight, scores for the 3rd time as the Shamrocks come on for the PAT to try to make this a 29-14 ball game.
It's a hard thing about when you start to do things in a game like this that you didn't have to use all season. They're in some different defensive sets than we've seen all season, and that can lead to confusion and just haven't got a lot of reps at it.
The extra point through the uprights. Indians now down 29-14. Still a high-scoring game here in the first half. Indians try to answer on the other side. WBON TV. We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. They're experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
11:54 remaining in the second quarter. We're just underway here in quarter 2, and it's a 29-14 Trinity lead as the Shamrocks battle here at home, looking to make it even further on their quest for a third straight state championship. Got a couple of wins the last 2 years. Beat Bryan Station 2 years ago, Coach, in the state championship game. I think they got a win over, I want to say St. X last year.
Yeah, I think it was.
So this team, very, very dangerous. We've seen just how good their starting quarterback is. Coming into the game, 39 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He's got 3 touchdowns in this game thus far, all of them going to Cross Watson, who has broken the back of the Madison Central defense multiple times tonight. Now the Madison Central offense back out onto the field. They'll give it to Barnes, and there was just nowhere to go for Corinthian. Did break a couple of tackles.
He found
able
5,
to fall
didn't he?
Forward for 4, yeah.
It's a nice job by him. There wasn't much there.
Yeah, Barnes pretty much, they're going to back this thing up all the way to the 22, so it's just a 2-yard gain for Corinthian Barnes. 2nd down and 8. Yeah, Barnes has been kept pretty much in check thus far.
Ryle was who they beat last year in the
state
finals.
championship game.
Yeah, it was Ryle, who's playing Douglas tonight.
Yeah, and they send Compton in motion, and then they'll send him back as they relay the play call back to Herbst. Canterbury near side. Canterbury's probably their best blocking receiver. Lawson, of course, the tight end, a great blocker downfield as well. As the Indians line up there with Burke as the right tackle, and they'll take another timeout. 11:03 to play. Indians trying to get the right offensive play in. When we come back on WBON TV.
The pre-Black Friday sale is on right now at Gwen's Fine Jewelers. This week only, 1-carat lab-grown solitaire diamond rings starting at just $8.99. Plus, round lab-grown diamond studs are on sale. 1-carat total weight, only $5.99. 2 carats for just $9.99. And don't miss the Kendra Scott deals. Buy 2, get 1, 50% off. And select Kendra Scott pieces, 20% off. It's the pre-Black Friday sale, 20 to 50% off store-wide. Hurry to Gwen's Fine Jewelers in Richmond, where gorgeous gifts shine brighter than ever.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Indians will pitch it to Compton, and Quincy swallowed up back at the 21-yard line, rolled over on by a defender. Quincy slow to get up, and a big play there by the Trinity defense. They'll back this one up all the way to the 20, so it's a 2-yard loss and a 3rd down and 10 for Central.
Well, that's going to happen. Sometimes they're going to run the perimeter, and they're going to stop these. But I still think the perimeter game is the way you've got to go right now, until they continue to loosen up that middle.
3rd and 10. Indians have yet to pass the football in this game. We'll see if they do it here on 3rd down and long. They'll fake it to Barnes, pitch out to DeBruce. A nice block by Compton. Davion across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
He's run hard tonight, man.
It's 3rd and 4 and a big decision, or 4th and 4, excuse me. Big decision for Coach William Blair. Deep in your own territory. How aggressive do we want to be here? He's leaving the offense on the field for the moment.
You've got to go for this. I mean, Central's not shown any signs of stopping them offensively, so you've got to let this hang out.
Lawson comes over to the sideline to get the play call in. Get they call another timeout here. They have one left. Central, 9:52 remaining, and they will have to call that final timeout. 9:48 now as the clock stops here in the 2nd quarter, and Madison Central will take the timeout. A big 4th down and 4 decision early on in this 2nd quarter, Coach.
I hate to see burn 2 timeouts this early in the 2nd quarter like that, back-to-back virtually. Obviously, you've got to get the right play in here on 4th down. It's just unfortunate to see that one after the other like that.
Yeah, and I don't hate the timeout, because if you're going to go for it here on this 4th and 4,
you've got to get the right play.
You've got to get the right play call out there. But ball on the left hash mark, what do you think here?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm still a fan. I see a wheel route to the boundary all day. I see a post-wheel combo. I think they ran that against Johnson Central, hit it, or it was dropped.
Yeah,
if
Compton,
you remember that.
Or no, it might have been DeBruce that dropped it, but either way.
And I see the same concept wide open over here. There's a lot of room to the field here, but if the tight set here, you could see Canterbury go to the safety, which means you've got to make 2 miss on the perimeter there in a 54 defense.
Compton in motion. They are going to roll out Herbst. Carson looking to throw. He'll let it fly. Throws it up, and that one is going to be incomplete near midfield. Herbst had to let it go, or he was going to take a sack. Nobody open downfield. Coach Blair asking the official maybe for a late hit on his quarterback, or roughing the passer. No flag, and the Indians defense has to come back out to work, and they got a lot of work to do to keep the Shamrocks out of the end zone as they take over at the Madison Central 26-yard line.
I think the argument you will get from the officials in an offense like this is the quarterback is always a runner.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't see if it was a late hit. Did you think it was late?
I didn't see it. I was looking more at the receivers.
Yeah.
So.
It was an awful deep route concept on 4th and 4. I didn't see anything underneath that gave him an option.
Johnson coming near side. That pass is incomplete. Came out Herbst there on the coverage as they were looking in the direction of Caleb Warner, the 5'9" athlete listed as. And they've got athletes all over the field. Yeah. As a cool backdrop, the train in the background here going by maybe 20 yards away from the back of the end zone right behind the stadium here.
That was a deep out ball to the field. That is a very long throw.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of – Cole used to live on that throw on 3rd down. There's not a lot of high school quarterbacks that make that throw in rhythm. That's an impressive ball he's throwing out there.
But 2nd and 10 from the central 26-yard line. Johnson will hand it off to Berry, running right side, hiding behind his lineman.
Patient.
And no flag came out. Thought I saw a flag. It doesn't come. Berry in the end zone. A 26-yard run for Berry. Very patient run as he waited behind his blockers. Takes it up the right sideline. 26 yards later in the end zone.
He's patient and he's explosive. And what a lot of people don't realize on TV maybe is that's a 5'11", 215-pound running back. He is, and all his weight's from his hips to his knees. He's going to be tough to bring down.
So the touchdown for Berry makes it 35-14, a 21-point lead for the Shamrocks, and they'll look for more on the PAT from Katie. Kick is up. Kick is through the upright. Central down 36-14. They'll come out on offense again. They've got to find a way to put some points on the scoreboard. They'll return when we come back on WEKY, WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess you gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive.
Gilbert to kick off for the Shamrocks. This one going to bounce and roll into the end zone. Yeah, that one almost hung on the 1-yard line.
That's scary.
Shows you how good we talked about it. They've got 2 or 3 guys that
they're rotating kickers.
Yeah, they're kicking and punting for them that are probably going to play at the next level.
Yeah, the depth they've got. I mean, and you can see it unfolding here. It's a different game they're playing with depth. You've got 2s over there that could be starters at a lot of positions over here. But, hey, Indians are putting up a fight.
Carson Herbst will come up under center with his team down 36-14, 9:24 remaining. And they've got to have some points here if they want to keep this one within striking distance. They send Compton in motion. They give it to Barnes. Big hole for Corinthians. Spins off a tackler and picked up about 8 or 9 yards. We'll see where they eventually spot the football. It'll be at the 28. So nice job by Barnes.
The perimeter game has got them in first down. They're sitting in too high, and too high is going to open up those inside runs again. So it's really a cat and mouse game. Here on second down, it looks like they're going to drop down into that 54. They're going to stay too high again. It's a shallow too high, but it is too high.
Bruce goes in motion, gets set back at his wing spot as Canterbury waits the call over here on the near side. Herbst checks the play call. And
safety backed off to give him a different look. So they're calling in a play, and then the safety walked out of the box to kind of adjust because he's really low there, and they're making sure. So the defense is moving around a little bit, which is making it tough on that second call by the offense.
8:33 as the clock ticks here in the second quarter.
2 in motion, didn't get called. I don't know how.
Pitch it out to Compton again, and Quincy's got to go back and get it. He'll lose yards all the way back to the 16-yard line. A loss of 12 on 2nd and 2 and a third down and long.
Shouldn't have happened. There were two guys in motion that should have been illegal procedure on the offense. The play shouldn't even have stood. They had two backs in motion at the same time. I don't know how that's not seen and called.
Yeah, the officials missed it there, and it cost Central 12 yards.
Jeez.
So 3rd down and 13. We dip under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Ball at the 17-yard line. Nose of the football is Muncie. Ready to snap it to Carson Herbst. We've got Compton and Canterbury to the far side. DeBruce and Lawson near side. And they send Davion in motion. They'll pitch it out to him that way, and he goes down immediately, losing more yardage back to the 13-yard line. And Central's got to come out and punt here.
And that's the safety down. They cracked the outside linebacker, the safety down. He's got to pitch. If they're going to crack the outside linebacker, they've got to pitch off the safety. So he's going to have to hold that ball a little bit longer and pitch off the guy that's making the play there.
4th down and 17. 7:13 to play in this second quarter as Peyton Gilboa will punt from his own end zone.
He's got to get off.
Shamrocks don't bring much pressure as this one. Another beautiful punt from Gilboa back to return it inside his own
field. Outkicked his coverage, though.
That's Taylor again on the return. Indians chasing after him. Estel Boyd along with Daly able to push him out of bounds. But a good return to set the Shamrocks up at the 31-yard line, Coach.
So Central right now is 0 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. 2 of those have been 10-plus yards on 3rd down. And it's been that last series. Yeah, so they're doing some different things with cracking linebackers, cracking safeties, and it can change the pitch key for the quarterback. And since that's changed, he's in a rhythm of just pitching that out. He's going to have to carry that ball a little longer to pitch off the safety if they're going to be cracking the outside linebacker. That's an adjustment that the quarterback's going to have to make, or they're pitching to an unblocked player.
Zane Johnson will send 3 guys in motion. They've got the 2 guys lined up here on the near side as they'll hand it off. And on the run, McElwee coming in to make the tackle from behind. Ramel Spearman, the junior tailback, on the carry for Trinity. And he'll have a near first down. Might have been able to move the sticks on a first down carry.
That's the first shift we've seen out of them. They're doing a lot on offense for a no huddle group. But when you don't have guys playing both ways, you have time to install all these things as well.
So it's from the 22-yard line. 2nd down, then a yard to go for the Shamrocks. And the pistol is Johnson. He's been lethal tonight from that quarterback position. He'll hand it off again to Spearman. And Spearman tackled by Jeff Hairston inside the 15-yard line. Hairston wraps him up at the feet and holds on to make the tackle. It'll move the sticks for Trinity at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10, as they try to add to a 22-point lead halfway through the second quarter.
It's just like watching these guys is like watching Covcath when we used to go toe-to-toe. I mean, the tight ends are all 6'3", 6'4", 240, 250. Everybody that runs the ball is 200 pounds. They just got some really good-looking athletes on the field.
Johnson will take the snap. Going to throw it in the end zone.
He's got him.
And that one is caught for a touchdown.
It's a really nice ball. It's a really nice catch.
Jason Hagan, the 6'1", 170-pound junior wideout, goes up to make the catch. Jeff Hairston was right there with him, Coach, and I don't know if you can make a better throw than what Johnson did there.
Perfect ball. So he throws a back shoulder fade in the at the front pylon. If you're going to go back of the corner, you've got to put it up high. You're going to go front, you go low and outside shoulder. It's a really nice ball by the quarterback. Great adjustment by the receiver. And that's a good example there. Like corners from Central, they don't see that throughout the season. When you're playing the schedule they're playing, they're not seeing that out of Lexington, that quality of a throw right now.
Extra point is up. It's through the uprights, and it's all Trinity now. 43-14 Shamrocks. 5:39 to play in the first half on WBON TV.
Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Another kickoff into the end zone by the Shamrocks, and the Indians offense will come back out onto the field. Coach, now you're in a spot where if you're Central, this game might be out of reach. You don't want to let it get to a running clock, though. You want to try to keep fighting here. You want to if you can, keep this football for 5.5 minutes and don't let the Shamrocks have it again.
Yeah, and you've got to get positive yards on first down. There's been too many. It's led to one turnover, but there's too many fumbles on pitches, and it's been something we've mentioned a lot this season. The pitch relationship has not been good all year, as a whole, as much as an option team needs it to be.
Carson Herbst going to go up under center again. The junior quarterback will fake it to Barnes. They'll pitch it to Davion DeBruce. DeBruce breaks one tackle, but there are 4 guys ready to get him after he breaks that one. Gain of 2, maybe 3 for DeBruce. We'll see where they spot the football. It is the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Indians.
So here's what you're starting to see. Central has not run hardly any counter action back the other way all season. They've not run a single counter play tonight. So they're getting, when the quarterback opens up to his left or right, they're getting full flow with the defense, which is really tough for your blockers to get to their points of attack. They've got to have some counter action to slow them down.
Herbst scopes out the defense. Got a score update from Raul Douglas. There is no score yet in Lexington. As Herbst's going to throw for the first time. Going deep to Lawson. Lets it fly, and that pass going to fall incomplete as they try to connect with this number 1 target on the season, the tight end, Christian Lawson. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Indians.
Didn't have a lot of time, did he?
Not
had
there.
On his face pretty quickly.
Yeah, put a good ball up. I mean, Lawson just couldn't make a play on it. There were about 2 or 3 guys trying to keep that pass from falling complete into Christian Lawson's hands. It's 3rd down and long now for Herbst and the offense. Near side is Carmelo Hill.
Defense is softening up here on 3rd and 7.
We want to run the pitch play.
There, carry that out. Good.
Carson keeps it, and
nice
he'll
play
have
by
it
him.
up to the 27. It will be 4th down. Lake Central will go for it here on 4th and short. And as I say that, they'll bring the punting unit out.
Did you see his patience, though? And it wasn't just a quick pull and pitch. He waited for his pitch key. I'll tell you what I love about him. Spent a lot of time in option football. He remembers what he sees, and he adjusts.
Central gets tricky with it here. They bring the punt team on, and then bring the offense back out. And the Shamrocks will take a timeout. 4:18 to play. We'll take it with them. Be right back. WBON TV.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. The State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back to the action with Carson Herbst going up under center on 4th down. They'll throw the quick out to Hairston. Man, Jeff, he went forward, Coach, and then came back trying to set himself up for the pass. It's too far out in front. And it's incomplete as the Indians will bring the defense back out on the field on the turnover on downs, and the Shamrocks try to get a running clock on this drive.
Yeah, and that's just a product of it's easy to sit there and blame that on the quarterback, but when have we seen that all season?
Yeah.
And it's just hard to show up in a game like this and do things that you don't rep. I love that. And it was there. That's the timing of that's stuff you have to work. That's not as simple as just show up and do it.
Here comes Zane Johnson one more time to lead the Shamrocks, trying to get 50 on the board to close out the first half. They throw it to Watson. Indians miss a tackle.
It's a block
and he's
in the
gone.
back. It's a block in the back. It's coming back.
Yeah, there's the flag.
Yeah,
McElwee was hitting the back.
Yep.
Watson scores again, but this one's coming back as the Shamrocks called for the block in the back and a penalty.
Yeah, they like that slip screen, don't they?
There was a flag on the play. Holding against the Shamrocks. Trinity penalized.
So 4:07 remaining, and that flag is going to cost the Shamrocks 10 yards. From the 30, they'll go back to the 40-yard line, and they'll make it the 40 or the 38 is where the.
That's a great play by Moose. Like, that doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but he's obviously moving to the ball well enough. He's in the right position. Their only way to get him is to block him in the back.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice play by that young man.
And give credit to the Shamrocks. They knew who Moose was, and they have stayed away from him for the most part.
They have, and they're making sure somebody's accounting for him all night.
2 receivers each way for Johnson.
Middle of the field's awful wide.
They'll fake it, and they'll look long. A man wide open past the defense, and a touchdown again for the Shamrocks as they continue to pile up the points. They fake the screen and go deep to number 2, Caleb Warner. Check out the play here, folks. They fake it to the far side, fake it to the screen on the near side to Watson again, and they go deep. They set that play up with the play before. There is a flag back at the 29-yard line. And we'll see what this flag is.
That might be linemen downfield. They had some guys downfield potentially.
I think it's just unsportsmanlike conduct against the Shamrocks.
Like
touchdown will stand.
That's an old Jimmy Skinner, my coordinator and quarterback coach. Son, he loved the old pump and go on the screen. We'd wear that out, get those safeties downhill.
When you got a guy like Walter Smith
man.
who can get behind a defense, you know.
Jimmy Skinner loved that play. Woo.
It's going to be the PAT coming from Chris Cady. 3:58 to play. Shamrocks about to go on top 50-14 here in the region championship game. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Trinity with a big lead here in the first half. Indians will receive on the other side. We'll be right back. WEKY, WBON TV. Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Clines.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Shamrocks will have to kick off from their own 25-yard line. Hairston and DeBruce back to return, and they've got the big guy in there, Peyton Hilbert, to kick it off this time. He and Katie have been kind of switching up back and forth on who's kicking and who's doing the extra points. The clock will run, and they're going to blow this one dead before it gets going. I think it's going to be an offsides against the Shamrocks.
They make mistakes. They've had a couple offsides tonight on defense too, right? They've not played a perfect game.
I mean, they've had 3 offsides in the first quarter.
I want to point something out. They lost 2 games to teams out of Ohio this year too.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you about the level of play across the river? It's pretty wild, isn't it?
They are a well-oiled machine, the Shamrocks out of Louisville Trinity. Back-to-back defending 2-time state champs and looking to make a 3rd appearance in a row in that state championship game. And this quarterback, man, he is the straw that stirs the drink for the Shamrocks. This junior QB has been the starter since his freshman season. Coming into the game, 89 touchdowns total. He's well over 90 now after a beautiful first-half performance against a pretty good Madison Central defense. Hairston back to the 15 to return, and he'll bring it near side. A good block to help spring him, and Hairston pushed out at the 37-yard line. Indians get good field position with their running clock now here in the first half.
Got a chance to watch this young man against Douglas in the semi-state here when he was a freshman. And you just knew he was going to be special. He just had a poise about him at a very young age. He was in control of the game at a very young age, getting control of his offense. And they were doing a lot of this stuff with him as a freshman.
He's got 5 offers. Eastern Kentucky University is one of them. I would love to see this kid in the maroon and white.
Well, and this just reiterates to parents what the portal's done.
Yeah.
5 years ago, this kid's got 30 offers right now, but they want you to go. They want you to go somewhere else and be in the portal nowadays. It's just different.
There's a flag at the 41-yard line against the Shamrocks.
And it's a good thing there was a still out there because we were about to pitch that into an unblocked alley player. There's got to be some sort of counteraction, some sort of reverse action to slow down the pursuit at this point.
2.5 to play, 50-14. Indians with the big lead. Or excuse me, Trinity with the big lead as the Indians try to just get some points here, making their way into the half. It's Muncie to snap it to Hurst. Carson up under center. They send Compton in motion. They give it to Barnes, and nowhere to go for Corinthian up to the 42-yard line.
Again, there's a lot of great things about the triple option, but when you're a little outmatched and you're doing full flow, you need counteraction to slow down pursuit. And without counteraction, you're really putting yourself in a bind because you can pitch it all day, and there's just going to be guys standing in the alley because they have nothing to hold them from being full flow on defense.
Yeah, it's just, you look at what Trinity's putting out there. Central's got a really good front. I mean, we've seen how dominant that offensive line has been, but they have been unable to get any kind of movement up front against this big D-line from the Shamrocks.
Yep.
They'll pitch it out here to DeBruce. Lawson missed his block, but Davion makes a defender miss and has a first down across midfield and down to the Shamrock 46-yard line. Clock still moving, 1:19 to play, but the Indians are moving the sticks with a first down. Central trying to put some points on the board. We'll see how aggressive they are with now 62 seconds remaining in this first half. Hurst going to go up under center as he scopes out the defense again from the Shamrocks. 2 safeties back, but they're about, 6 yards, 7 yards deep?
Yeah, they're getting a little depth after they check. They're about 8, which allows them to run the eye. See the full flow and the rocking of the safeties?
Yeah, pitch out to Compton. Quincy coming near side, and he's able to turn the edge just for a second, pick up a yard. That's the only room Quincy Compton could get. Canterbury and Mellow Hill on the near side, both trying to spring him.
This is a game you're going to be glad I don't have the teleprompter in time to do it right now, because what they're doing is when they get that motion in the full flow, the safeties, sometimes the safeties are rocking around the alleys and the corner bails. What they did there is the corner crashed and blitzed, and the safety shifted over the top to replace the corner. So they're using some different stuff to negate blocking schemes. Counteraction is something that can change that.
Second down. This will be the last play of the first half. Carson tried to pitch it, ends up having to run into a wall of Trinity defenders, tackled at the 40-yard line, and the first half will come to a close. Indians started off hot, a 74-yard touchdown run from Quincy Compton on the first play of the first drive, but it's been all Trinity ever since. Indians down 50-14 at the half. As we step aside for a 3-minute commercial break, we'll bring you right back for the halftime show on WEKY and WBON TV.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
The constant changing of the weather in Kentucky can hit hard. That's why having Madison HVAC on your side is so important. Don't waste time. Schedule a maintenance check on your HVAC system and make sure it's ready to handle the constant changing of the weather that comes with living in Kentucky. Your comfort is their promise. Like Madison HVACR Inc. on Facebook or schedule your maintenance checkup at 859-625-1471. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law North Berea or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today. Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Back to the action here in Louisville as the Madison Central Indians trail 50-14 at the half. It's now time for the Madison County Health Department halftime show. If you live, work, or study in Madison County and are at least 18 years of age, the Madison County Health Department is asking you to take a 5-minute survey to share your thoughts to help with health needs in Madison County and to identify issues for community action. There is a post pinned up now on the WBON TV Facebook page with a link for the survey, and you can enter to win one of 30 gift cards for random people who take the survey. This anonymous survey is voluntary and part of the Madison County Community Health Assessment Research Study with the Madison County Health Department. And we'll play that video for you here in just a few minutes. But, Coach, first of all, Madison Central down big, 50-14 at the half. Started off explosively with a 74-yard touchdown run, but Trinity showed off their own explosiveness with some big plays there in the first half.
I think everybody knew this was a long shot of a game. When these kids look back on this game, you hope they find the memories of just the excitement of the. They came out with a lot of energy, man. Which I told you kind of in the break, like you can't maintain that a whole game if you don't not used to playing at that level. But they came out hot. They showed they could do some things, and it just, it's just. There's two different teams on the field tonight.
Yeah. Trinity just showing off their explosiveness, and they've got some weapons at every position of the field. Central's really got nothing to hang their heads about. They come out here, they put a game plan in. They were trying to make some adjustments early on, Coach, but each adjustment they made, the athleticism, and you can see the big play here from Compton, the athleticism and the speed and the strength of Trinity, just too much to overcome there at the first half.
It was, and they made some good adjustments, Trinity did. So right there you see they outrun the safety number 10. And then what they did is they realized his angle wasn't going to be good in that 54 defense, so they backed him up. They gave him some space. They understand what their guys need over there, and they made some adjustments to some things. And then the little slip screen you're seeing here, they took advantage of the aggressiveness of Central. So they've played a very clean game on the other side of the field. You don't score 50 and a half if you're not.
Indians down big 50-14. Let's hear from some of our community leaders about the health assessment with the Madison County Health Department.
It's easy to take your health for granted, so you may not think much about your community's health either. But let's just take just a few moments to do so.
Every 5 years, a survey called the Community Health Assessment is offered for residents to share their perspective on the overall health of Madison County and its 2 cities.
Information from the anonymous survey will be used to set goals for our community's health and well-being for years to come. Visit this link to participate in the Community Health Assessment. Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
So thanks to Mayor Blythe, Mayor Bruce Fraley, and Judge Executive Reagan Taylor there for giving you the information about that health assessment with the Madison County Health Department. Again, that post is pinned up on the WBON TV Facebook page with the link to take the survey. At the half, it's Madison Central down 50-14. There's some other big games around the state, obviously, at the Elite Eight or the Final Eight in the KHSAA state playoffs. We'll try to get you some score updates from around the state when we come back on the Madison County Health Department Halftime Show. We're live on WEKY and WBON TV.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Tristan Clark is here to help you fulfill your dreams when it comes to your home. As an owner of Clark Construction, Clark Restoration, and Tri-Pillar Homes, Tristan can help you fix your home up from a simple bathroom remodel to removing mold from your home. He'll even buy your house in any condition. On call 24/7, he's there for you. Call 859-893-1006 or visit ClarkConstructionLLC.net for a free estimate.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
Back here in Louisville on the Madison County Health Department halftime show, and looking at some of the halftime stats, man, it has been a big half for Zane Johnson. 5 touchdown passes for the superstar quarterback for the Shamrocks. and he made it look easy out there. Coach, we talked about his 5 scholarship offers. He's got 1 from Eastern Kentucky. He's also been offered by Akron, Miami of Ohio, along with Southern Mississippi or Southern Missouri and Appalachian State. Those are the 5 schools that have offered him a scholarship. He's a really good football player. If he was 6'3", 6'4", he could probably pick his school. Being only 6'1", that does limit him a bit, but man, he is an excellent thrower of the football.
Well, in the portal, I mean, we're going to see what his stickability is, because a lot of these kids like him look great coming out of high school, but he's going to have to likely wait 3 or 4 years to play, because you've got backups at Alabama and backups at Florida and Georgia and all these other places. You know, you see UK lives on them now. Everybody's looking for the portal guy, and the portal guy actually has to come in and lay an egg for a young guy to play. Like, look at Cutter at UK.
Kentucky,
he wouldn't get a look if the starter didn't lay an egg in the first couple games. So it's just a tough road to be a quarterback in the portal era right now. I'm with you, though, man. This kid's a fantastic football player and has got a bright future if he gets a shot somewhere. Could end up at an EKU or somewhere there, and then he'll end up in the portal if he can come in and play right away.
Yeah, 50-14 lead for the Shamrocks, and Zane Johnson, a big reason why. Those first-half stats brought to you by Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Pruitt Auctioneers is the name that sells with over 25 years of experience in the auction industry. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers are investing their time and resources into generating buyers to bid on your auction. Learn more at PruittAuctioneers.com for Pruitt Auctioneers. Madison Central down big at the half. There's some other great games around the state. Rowell and Douglas. St. X is playing a big one. There's some big games in some of the lower classes as well. Woodford County and Scott County playing in a tight one right now. We've got some scores for you. But first, before we go back to our another commercial break, we do want to remind you about the survey up right now on the WBON TV Facebook page. If you live, work, or study in Madison County and are at least 18 years of age, the Madison County Health Department is asking you to take a 5-minute survey to share your thoughts on health needs in Madison County to identify issues for community action. There's a post up now. It's pinned on the WBON TV Facebook page with a link for the survey, and you can enter to win one of 30 gift cards for random people who take the survey. With more, let's hear from some of our community leaders.
It's easy to take your health for granted, so you may not think much about your community's health either. But let's just take just a few moments to do so.
Every 5 years, a survey called the Community Health Assessment is offered for residents to share their perspective on the overall health of Madison County and its 2 cities.
Information from the anonymous survey will be used to set goals for our community's health and well-being for years to come. Visit this link to participate in the Community Health Assessment. Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
In Richmond, tradition runs deep. From campus classroom to dealership showroom.
We've got drive and heart because we're part of the institutions that built this town.
But it's about more than just hometown pride. It's about being a part of a winning tradition.
We're powered by pride, by loyalty, and by a tradition that never quits. Just like Jack Burford Chevrolet and EKU football.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Welcome back into the Madison County Health Department halftime show. Again, that anonymous survey, the link posted on to the WBON TV Facebook page in the pinned post. We'll check it out right now. It's the anonymous survey that is voluntary and part of the Madison County Community Health Assessment Research Study. It's now time for some updates from around the state, served up by Gillum's Sports Lounge and now Gillum's Island over in the Richmond Mall and Gillum's Island, South Porter Drive. And if you've never been to the Gillum's Island, you're really missing out. But, Coach, some big games around the state. Some score updates real quick. Belfry, a 14-7 lead over Breathitt County, one of the oldest rivalries up there in eastern Kentucky. South Warren, a 7-0 lead over Henderson County at the end of one. That one, a really close game. Scott County, 18-14 over Woodford County in the first half. Ryle, a 7-0 lead over Douglas in the first half. Make that tied at 7 now. 121, tie 7, or tied at 7, Ryle and Frederick Douglass. Atherton leads 21-7 over Bowling Green in the first half, and LCA leads Mayfield 14-7. Those are some score updates from around the state, served up by Gillum's Sports Lounge and Gillum's Island.
If you remember, Scott and Woodford played earlier this season. The final score is 57-50.
Yeah.
Woodford. Scott County beat Woodford. Scott County lost to Woodford 57-50, so that's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Well, Scott County's got an 18-14 lead. They've missed 3 extra points in that game.
Oh, gosh. That's the stuff in games like this that just changes everything.
So the Indians to kick off to start the third quarter. We are underway. We're about to be underway here in the second half. It'll be a running clock for the Shamrocks as they await the kickoff from Peyton Gilboa. A Taco Bell bell?
That's been the last thing
they rang the bell.
Thought.
Here we go. This is going to be returned by Barry. He'll grab it at the 16-yard line. Backtracks for a bit and takes off. He stumbled and then is hit. A nice tackle made by the Indians there as they'll bring the defense back out onto the field.
I just watched something really interesting. I just watched a freshman, Nick Shanks.
He's been a beast.
Just took down a 6'4", 280 or 40-pound tight end from Trinity. That's impressive. I've seen Shanks do some good stuff this season. He's going to have a bright future.
So Zane Johnson stays in at quarterback. They'll shift
counter
man for him. They'll hand it off, running near side, showing you off the speed again as it's the Speedy Ashton Taylor on the carry for the Shamrocks. Taylor, a guy that they can put in the backfield. They can line him up at receiver. There he takes a run and picks up a first down himself. It's a nice run for Taylor and another move of the sticks for the Shamrocks.
Good hit by Hiron Compton there at the end of the run. You see what counter action does for opening up holes? I mean, I not sound like a broken record. I just think the counter action is vital, especially in high school football.
They'll keep it with Johnson this time, showing off the wheels. Compton makes the stop after a gain of 2 across the 40. Compton slow to get up. Zane Johnson, I'll tell you what, he may only be 6'1", but he is well put together in that 6'1" frame.
Yeah, what is he saying about 205 would be my guess?
They've got him listed as 6'2", 207.
Yeah.
Now, on his scouting profile, it said 6'1", but...
Yeah, I mean, he's a load. He looks like he could be pushing 210, but he's also got that rib protector on, so it's hard to tell with the quarterback, but he's thick.
Second down and long, they'll throw.
He's got
Johnson
his deep post.
going deep. He's got his man, and that pass is nearly picked off. Canterbury went for it, did not make the INT, and the touchdown goes to Jace Duvall.
Well,
a 60-yarder for the Shamrocks.
I don't mind what he did because he was beat. I feel like he had to take a shot at undercutting that because the guy had 2 steps out of him out of the break. So I commend the young man for taking a shot to go up and get the ball because he knew he was out leveraged.
I tell you what, he was
really
inches away from that interception.
I really like him. I think he's going to be a really, really good player. He's done some really special things this season, and he hasn't been on the field all year. Was he played half the season?
He was injured for a couple of games. So
he was close to getting that too, and that's the really good players can get beat like that, but still undercut the pass, make the play. He was close to that.
56-14, make it 57-14 as Colton Johnson slow to get up for the Indians. Shamrocks adding more points and a big lead already on WEKY and WBON TV.
The pre-Black Friday sale is on right now at Gwen's Fine Jewelers. This week only, 1-carat lab-grown solitaire diamond rings starting at just $8.99. Plus, round lab-grown diamond studs are on sale. 1-carat total weight, only $5.99. 2 carats for just $9.99. And don't miss the Kendra Scott deals. Buy 2, get 1, 50% off. And select Kendra Scott pieces, 20% off. It's the pre-Black Friday sale, 20 to 50% off store-wide. Hurry to Gwen's Fine Jewelers in Richmond, where gorgeous gifts shine brighter than ever.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
With the Indians on the return to the 34-yard line, our producer now Jacob Beck. Man, we got rid of Gage, and Brett got better looking with Beck running control now.
Y'all are slick. They've got rain gear setting up on the cameras right now. These guys do a great job, man.
Tell you what, it's been a fun football season. We know tonight's not going to end up how we want it to, but man, what a fun football season. We got to see some growth from some of our other teams. We got to see Madison Central do their thing throughout the season. And it's going to be coming to an end tonight. But the Indians, man, they've been so fun to watch throughout the year. As Carson Herbst going to keep it himself, fakes the pitch out, spins around. Carson still on his feet. Man, he is just a tough, hard-nosed football player, dragging defenders across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. And Carson Herbst showing you, hey, listen, I may not be able to sling it, but I'm one of the toughest QBs in the state as well.
I think he can sling it, too. They just
that's what I was
don't with him.
I may not be able to sling it like a Zane Johnson, but I can still make some plays. Yeah, Carson Herbst, man, he is – listen, and I've known Carson for years. Going back to his middle school days as a great wrestler, just a really good – he's a wrestler, too, yeah.
I like that.
He's just a really good football player. And
that's a toughness thing right there when you've got wrestlers in there.
Well, even down 57-14, he is still out there making plays and fighting for yardage for his team.
I get asked by people a lot. They're like, the quarterback, you say he's pretty good. I'm like, he's a competitor.
Yeah.
He's gritty and he wins. And I don't care what he plays or where he goes. He will win and find a way to compete at the next level. He's just that kid.
1st and 10.
Like that end around. There we go.
Yeah,
a little action here.
Is that Hairston or Compton on the end around? I think that's Compton to the 46. It is.
Yep.
Of Trinity.
It's the first time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. One thing I noticed there about Carson, he play action that really well on the fake to Barnes before pulling it back out of that pocket and giving it to Compton. 2 guys in motion.
Guys.
Yeah. An easy flower. No flat. The officials didn't throw the flag.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Carson,
how in the world is there not a flag thrown on that?
Herbst looks over at the sideline. I mean, both
these
of them.
guys that just haven't seen option football. They don't know what to call, do they?
Well, I mean, Central, they even waited for the flag.
I mean, it should have been a flag. Yeah, it's a pull pitch on the same guy, which means you don't have numbers on the perimeter.
Yeah, Bruce swallowed up a pair of defenders there to make the stop. And in on that tackle, Miles Howes, the junior defensive back for the Shamrocks. And that's the thing about this Trinity football team, Coach. That junior class is absolutely loaded with talent, including that star quarterback.
It is. And they've got good guys on the field that are younger, too.
Yeah.
I mean, this team's not going anywhere, man. They got a lot of guys that are coming back.
Herbst. Again, we'll look over at the sideline. 6.5 to play in this third quarter. Running clock the rest of the way. Indians just trying to put some points on the board against the Shamrocks.
Taking a while to get this play in.
I was talking to some of the guys from the Trinity staff here before the game, and this is the first night that freshmen have been able to dress in a varsity game for the Shamrocks as Barnes takes the handoff across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. At the half, it's Ryle and Douglas tied at 7. Hugh Davis and Ron Harrison with WL Stats keeping us up to date with that game.
Yeah, talked to a few guys going into that game, and they thought it'd be a battle. Ryle's big up front. Douglas has got a lot of speed. I think Ryle felt like if they could slow down the tailback of Douglas, Talbot, right?
Yeah.
They could slow him down. They felt like they had a shot.
Well, I don't know if you can slow that guy down. He is
bottle
so
him
fast.
up. If you could bottle him up.
There you go.
Not let him get going.
Another offsides against Trinity. That's the 5th time tonight, I believe, that they've been called for an offsides, and this one will give the Indians a first down as we dip under 5.5 to play. But here at Marshall Stadium, Harry Jansing Field with Trinity well out in front, 57-14. Indians trying to cut into that big deficit and put some more points on the board.
You know, high school football in Kentucky tends to shake out the way you expect with a lot of things. When you watch games, you know, it was a tough loss by Central earlier this year to Douglas. Douglas is in the Final 8. It was a tough loss to St. X. They're in the Final 8. And Trinity, who's been a lead over that, you see the difference in this game. Yeah. So they're really the front runner right now for the state championship. There's no doubt about it.
Sideline warning against the Trinity coaching staff as
they're probably still yelling about that illegal procedure with both guys in motion a couple plays ago.
Still 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Indians will get back with Herbst under center. Carson, handoff Barnes. Corinthian, man, diving forward to the 34-yard line. Got 5, and Corinthian has had a rough night. And you know how competitive that kid is. Man, he has been so good this season. One of the best seasons for a Madison Central running back. You look back in the history, we talked about it last week with guys like Brady Hensley, Dominique Hawkins, Freddie Chenault. I'm going to leave somebody out. There's been a lot of good tailbacks. Tote the rock for Madison Central. Corinthian Barnes adding his name to that list. Bryant Mathis the last couple of years. So,
and Corinthian Barnes coming back.
He's coming back next year, yeah.
When you have the two nucleus of this four-headed monster in the backfield with the quarterback and your fullback both coming back.
And Lawson, man, takes the hit, makes the catch. Christian Lawson hauling one in over the middle on a nice throw from Carson Herbst as this one goes down to the 16-yard line.
They were in two high safeties. The action got the far side, left side safety to bite, which Lawson did a great job bending his route over him. Would have liked to have seen that probably way sooner in the game with as aggressive as these safeties have been. But anything with Lawson down the middle is a play I'm a big fan of a couple times a drive.
1st and 10, Indians trying to add to that scoring total. Herbst will keep it himself, lowers his shoulder, and will fall across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not a ton of running room for Carson Herbst, but, man, he shows you the toughness with the lowering of the shoulder and getting it down to the 14-yard line for a gain of 2.
Would love to see one counter just to see what it looks like tonight, just to see as fast flow as the entire defense for the Shamrocks is.
2nd down and 8. Herbst going to go back up under center again as they come over to the sideline. He gives the play call to Davion DeBruce. Send DeBruce in motion right to left. They'll fake it to Barnes. Herbst will keep it himself. Up the middle. Carson spinning down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal Indians from there. And Carson's made some nice runs. He had that big one in the first half. Comes back with a nice one there. And the Indians in business, first and goal.
He'll put together some highlights after this game, won't he?
And made a couple of nice defensive plays as well.
He's had a nice game. He really has. I think 1 or 2 pitches have been behind guys, but the pitch relationship hasn't been smooth all night. Times it's been really, really good. Times it's not. I think when you're getting heat as much as he is, you got to get the ball out quick.
They try to get Barnes in the end zone. He'll get it down to the 1. Gain of 3. Second and goal coming up. And why not give it back to our stud tailback who's carried us down the stretch, Corinthian Barnes. Let's go back to him. Try to get him in the end zone here.
Pad level's got to come down. They the couple guys there inside took one on the chin right there. This pad level's a little high with some bigger guys in there. They're going to have to drop their pads.
You got Burke and Snell lined up on the right side. They'll
Big
move Burke.
split to the left here.
Compton went in motion. They'll give it to Barnes, running behind. Big Camden Burke, and he'll get in the end zone. Touchdown for Corinthian Barnes. Camden Burke, the day after his 18th birthday, will allow Barnes to follow him into the end zone for 6. And the Indians will bring out the extra point unit, now make it 57-20. But the Shamrocks in that big lead, the extra point coming. They'll swing the gate, pitch it to Herbst. Herbst will throw it over to Gilboa. Oh, Payton takes a hit. And the punter, kicker go down for Madison Central. I like the trickiness, and Gilboa, when he made that catch, like a deer in headlights, coach, nowhere for him to go. Trinity read that one well. Extra point, 2-point conversion fails for the Indians. 57-20, Madison Central down. They'll kick off when we come back on WEKY and WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess you gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive.
Peyton Gilboa to kick it away for the Indians after
taking a shot.
Yeah, took a couple of shots.
You think he was excited to get that ball thrown to him right now?
For sure.
Okay. I know some kickers I had over the years that would not have been. They've been like, do what?
This one going to be returned by Barry again.
Oh, that is not who I want to kick that ball to.
Yeah, there's a flag coming in as well as Barry's going to be taken down to the 40-yard line. The flag will bring this one back, though.
I mean, that guy scares me, man. I'm not kicking to him at all.
I mean, he's not seen the field here in the second half and running the ball, but he's had a couple of returns. Almost broke that one for a big one, but the flag negates anything by the Shamrocks. It was a hold, so a 15-yarder. Could be from the 15-yard line now for Trinity as this third quarter clock winds down. There will not get a playoff, and we'll go to the fourth quarter as the train keeps going by. Madison Central down 57-20. We'll go to the fourth quarter on WEKY and WBON TV.
Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back to the action here in Louisville with Madison Central set to defend as we start the fourth quarter, 57-20. As we go to the fourth, and got a new quarterback in for the Shamrocks. Looks like that's number 11. Can't see that number, Coach. Is that 11? We'll try to get that here in the next play.
It's that fog.
Yeah, it's the rain has really caused a fog. It's been up and down, kind of like Central's season has kind of gone up and down a couple of times this year. You never really know sometimes what you were going to get.
Might be 13 Isaac Byers.
It is 13, yep.
He's a sophomore. He's played 9 games. He's thrown 12 passes, 6 completions, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns on the year. He's not had a ton of playing time.
Yeah, Isaac Byers, sophomore, listed at 6'2", 168 as the backup QB. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and he'll hand it off on first down. And diving forward for a couple of yards is Ramel Spearman, the junior tailback, 5'9", 170. And in there making the stop for Madison Central, Liam Daly and McElwee. 2 guys we have said their names a lot this year. They've been kind of held in check by this massive passing attack by the Shamrocks tonight.
Yeah, I really will. It'll be disheartening if those 2 don't show up on all-state teams. And I know it's rare to have 2 linebackers from the same team, but they're as good in the box as I've seen in a long time. They're both very good football players.
Shamrocks going to throw on second down, and getting in there for the sack, it's McElwee. Moose in there to make the stop. And that's one thing they haven't really seen tonight is any kind of pressure on Johnson.
They brought a blitz there. They got out of coverage. They brought a looked like maybe a 6-man pressure, for sure 5, maybe 6.
Backed up inside their own 15-yard line. It's third down and 15 for Trinity. 10:50 to play in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, for the Central faithful that are still hanging out and watching, this was a tall task tonight, and this team's not stopped fighting. They're still in the game. I mean, it's been a great season. They're giving their all tonight. You got a lot to be proud of with these young men.
Trinity going to throw on third down.
Another blitz coming. Nobody comes free.
Pass incomplete over the middle as Brooks and Compton were there on the coverage, and the Shamrocks will punt for the first time tonight. Was that their first third down?
That was the first third down of the entire evening for Trinity. We were trying to figure out, we don't have our stats guy here, which is like, I think my contract for next season is going to be, if I'm going to return, I'm going to need my stats guy and team to come with us every week, because they changed the game for us.
Q and Ron, if you're listening, we're going to have to figure out what we got to keep you guys on tap with us next year.
They are so effective, but it might have been 9 pass attempts with 5 touchdowns in the first half for Trinity's quarterback. It was happening so fast, it was hard to keep up with it.
Indians bring a little bit of pressure on the punt.
Yeah,
Compton tries to fair catch it. Trinity going to get back to it. Ball still loose. Indians trying to get to it. Trinity finally does. And Compton, he called for the fair catch and then had to retreat to catch it. Shamrocks will recover inside the Madison Central 20-yard line. Let's see how deep they give it to him.
Felt they were shallow when he started up the punt. We watched him in pregame. He was consistently bombing 50 to 60-yard punts. And it's easier to come up to catch the ball than it is to go back to catch it. And trying to catch it over your shoulder backwards is a tough deal there.
So the clock will still run as the Indians now have to bring their defense back out onto the field after they forced the first punt of the game. And William Blair now out there talking to some of the younger players. Gavin Kinley, who might see himself take that Quincy Compton role next season. And the Shamrocks will have it at the 14-yard line. And Isaac Byers, the sophomore QB, will come back out for the Shamrocks. 8.5 to play now in the ball game.
Looks like Carter Duncan in it, tailback for Trinity. It's got a lot of guys that have toted the rock this season for the Shamrocks.
Byers just letting this clock wind down in the pistol. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Duncan. He'll run right side, and he's hit. Colton Johnson and Thurman on the stop for Madison Central.
A lot of RPO scheme going on in their offense right now. They've kind of settled down into their base offense. They're not so spread. You've got route concepts taking place on the perimeter. You've got run game inside. Quarterback's just reading numbers pre-snap to decide what he wants to do.
And for Central, Coach, you look at how this team is, played throughout the season. It'll be hard to say goodbye to a lot of these seniors. We'll talk more about that as we close out the broadcast. It's second down for the Shamrocks. Indians showing blitz. McElwee will come off the edge with it. Man, there is nowhere to run. It was Dwight Sweeney taking the handoff. And he'll go back all the way to the 20-yard line. There were, 4 Central defenders in the backfield there as the Shamrocks handed it off to Sweeney. And it's now 3rd and long.
Looked like a screen for a minute, didn't it? Everybody was coming through.
Inshu will come back into the game.
They've made a lot of subs over on Trinity side right now. They're playing some guys that don't get a ton of reps, so you should see some of that, honestly.
Byers going to throw, looking in the direction, and at the far left of the end zone, pass falls incomplete as he tried to hook up with Evan Smith, the 6'3" wideout. Pass falls incomplete. 4th down, and the Shamrocks going to keep the offense on the field and go for it.
Harrison did a nice job there of using the sideline as his other defender and pushing him towards the sideline. Didn't give him a lot of room. It was a good job.
See if Trinity goes for the kick here. Nope, going to keep Byers on the field. Well, no, I mean, listen, you got some young guys in there. See if they can put one in the end zone on 4th and 14.
I mean, another 6'3" tight end comes out on the field. That's the 4th one I've seen out here tonight. We've got tight ends for days over here.
Trips right, 1 receiver left for Byers. He'll look right, throw right over the middle, and it's incomplete, and Daly just comes in and melees the intended receiver on that play. Central's defense does get a stop after the muff punt. The offense will come back out onto the field trying to put some more points on the board in what could be the final drive of the 2025 season.
That young man had watched enough film to know that Daly and Moose were lurking across the middle.
You do not want to make
that
catch.
He turned his eyes upfield a little quick and still took a shot, didn't he?
So Central's offense back out onto the field with their junior quarterback, Carson Herbst. Canterbury wide right for Carson, who will take the snap. He'll hand it off up the middle and nowhere to go for Corinthian Barnes on a 1st down carry. Barnes actually broke a tackle and took back off. Got a couple of yards on 1st down. 5:10 to play now in the 4th quarter.
I just want to see one misdirection. Haven't got one yet.
Carson talking to his fullback. Send Compton in motion. Around the pitch. Again, the pitch goes awry, and the Shamrocks pick it up.
Herbst just got drilled.
Yeah, they'll take it into the end zone. Compton missed the pitch out. Herbst down on the field. Gage, do you get the replay on that? See if we can get the replay of Carson back behind the play. Yeah, right there behind it. You could see it at the tail end.
Picked him up and really hit him right in the gut, man. Probably knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, Carson slow to get up, but is up under his own power. The touchdown for Trinity will count, and they make it now 63-20 with that defensive score.
Way too many miscues on the pitch tonight, which has been the case often this season.
Yeah.
We'd see 2 pitches in a game and one was off track. It was that way the whole year. I just think the pitch relationship was kind of a afterthought potentially. I mean, I don't know. I don't go to practice.
Do you think tonight with I mean, I know it's not raining now, but it has been a wet football most of the night. But that has been a problem much of the year.
You cannot be a triple option football team. The option pitch has to be as fluid as a handoff if you're going to be a true triple option team. Any triple option team will tell you, any coach will tell you, the pitch is a standard part of the play, just like just like a quick speed out or a hitch is in a pass offense, just like a dive offense, a handoff is. It's got to be consistent. So that's been something that's been I feel like a thorn all season on the offense that never really got cleaned up.
64-20, Indians down against the Shamrocks. We'll be back on WBON TV.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. The State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back to the action with the Shamrocks going with an onside kick. And that one was recovered by Central.
That's going to be interesting at the end of the game handshake.
Yeah. Central coaching staff not too happy about that onside kick. As the clock will run, now 3.5 to play.
Yeah, you got words flying. That's it's an interesting call.
Yeah, and again, they didn't really try to be too aggressive. Well, they did go for it on 4th down, I guess, but and the Indians will kick it, or will try to get some offense going again. 3:07 to play. Send Compton in motion. They'll pitch it out to him again. Quincy with a big play up the right sideline. And he's tripped up, got across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. I'll give him the 43. They will. So a nice play by Compton again. The carry of the football.
You know what? Something I really want to see Herbst develop in the offseason is he's got to learn the fall away with the pitch. A lot of option quarterbacks get really good when they step and make that pitch. They fall back and almost slide under the defender. It's something he's going to really have to learn if they're going to continue this triple option concept with him moving forward.
Yeah, getting a little extracurricular now after the play, and there's a late flag that comes in. Yeah, I think it was Canterbury got mixed up with a Trinity defender, and the flag came in. Officials are going to have to take over this game. I know it's late. Shamrocks got the win. You don't want this to get ugly because...
Well, what you've got is you've got a team, it's their last game. You got a lot of seniors on this side that are hurting. And then you've got a lot of young guys in a competitive program trying to prove themselves and get playing time. So this is where the men on the field have to kind of get control of their players and their emotions. And I see some of that getting out of control. And this is... listen, I've been there, done that. I've been in those situations, but you've got to keep your composure as a man in these situations because these young men are going to respond the way you do as coaches.
Yeah, again, Central want to keep this clean in the last 2 minutes. And for Trinity, you don't want any, and I don't know if the young guys are out there, but you don't want anybody ejected here late in this game. Hand off Barnes, Corinthian. Man, he shifted that ball over and still on his feet. Barnes will break a big run for Central. Down the sideline, pushed out inside the 10-yard line, but Corinthian Barnes, man, making a big play, broke some tackles, and took that one inside the 10.
You're going to get him back next year, Indians, so I just the fact that young man will be back, I think is just, to me, he's got to be one of the top returners in all of the state of Kentucky next year, and he's got to be, I mean, he has to be seen as that.
You get Barnes back, you get Herbst back, Canterbury, Carmelo Hill, Hairston, you get Kinley back, and they'll fake it with
nice job
Barnes.
by Herbst.
Carson trying to get in the end zone, hits the pylon, no signal, no touchdown. as they're going to say he was down at the 1-yard line for Carson Hurst.
Go get it.
57 seconds remaining. Check it out here on the replay.
Really nice job by him hiding the ball on his opposite hip. If he stretches that thing, his knee was down. His knee's down. That's tough, though. Whew.
At the 1-yard line. Let's see if they give it to Barnes. Try to cap off another long drive. Carson will give it to Barnes. Corinthian into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Central. Again, some pushing after the play, but add on 6 more points for the Indians. 64-26. And, Coach, again, there's some more stuff going on after the play, but give credit to Madison Central, man. They have continued to fight.
Yeah, they fought the whole game, man. They came in with the underdog mentality. They fought the whole time. Buses showed up a little late. They came out hot, like they fought the whole game. You know, so these kids have played their butts off tonight. I mean, this was a hard matchup for them, and they've not laid down by any means this evening.
Yobo for the PAT. It's good. Central will kick off when we come back. 33 seconds remaining on WEKY and WBON TV. Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Clines.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Gilbo to kick it away for the final time. Peyton Gilbo from Madison Central. 33 seconds remaining. Another good one.
He's going to play college. Yeah. I mean, does he? If he wants to, I think there's an opportunity at a smaller school. He's a good kicker, man.
He gave up soccer to focus on football.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good kicker.
And he's had a good season.
So this is the first year he's been fully dedicated. We're trying to figure out silence on the radio. We're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Well, they threw the flag because the Indians were going to let Gilbo drop kick it, and Blair is coming in. He is livid with this white hat official. They're going to back it up 5 yards, and they're not going to let Central kick it off. So the game will come to an end, and the Indians' season will come to an end. Final score, 64-27. Are they going to let Gilbo kick it? No, they're not. Okay. There we go. Let's close things off, folks. I'll tell you what, we'll take a short commercial break. We'll come back with our final verdict and more on the other side on WEKY and WBON TV.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who serve. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
The constant changing of the weather in Kentucky can hit hard. That's why having Madison HVAC on your side is so important. Don't waste time. Schedule a maintenance check on your HVAC system and make sure it's ready to handle the constant changing of the weather that comes with living in Kentucky. Your comfort is their promise. Like Madison HVACR Inc. on Facebook or schedule your maintenance checkup at 859-625-1471. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com.
And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
The final verdict is in, and tonight it's a tough loss for Madison Central as they fall 64-27, and a tough loss for the Indians to end their 2025 season. And when you want results that win, like Madison Central was done throughout the year, although tonight not their night, you must trust Blevins Law Office in Berea. You can like Blevins Law on Facebook for more information. Madison Central, again, their season comes to an end here in the region championship game, 64-27. And you look at all the stats, Coach, in the history books. Central now 2-7 since 2010 versus team from Louisville. And in the last 4 years, now 1-4, I think, or 1-3 in region championship games. They've made some deep runs in the postseason before. Tonight, obviously, coming to a close, but a really good year for Madison Central. And although it's hard to say bye to all these seniors, they've got to keep their heads held high. A tremendous 2025 campaign.
It was, and these seniors have shown great grit, great leadership. You know, you always hope it gets passed down. We talked about a lot of young guys, your Bronson Parkers, your Wiley Mathises, you know, and then, I mean, Herbst and Corinthian back and some guys like that. I mean, Daly's a junior. I mean, you've got a really good core returning. They just can't lose that grit leadership that the seniors produced. Yeah. And something that I can't not say this is, if you want to get over a hump in 6A football, I see what they've got a gritty Eastern Kentucky type of football team they're building here. It's just going to be hard to come into places like Louisville and win with that when you're not throwing the ball very often. It's just tough.
Yeah. I mean, when they've got weapons all over the field like Trinity has, you're going to have to come out here and win a shootout most of the time.
It really is. And they scored 27 tonight. I think a lot of people probably didn't see that coming, but you're just going to have – and when you throw the ball more and you practice against yourself, you get more reps against the pass as well. So it's got a
double-edged sword type thing.
Yeah, it's got this snowball effect that helps the team as a whole.
We're live here on the CG Bank postgame show. CG Bank wants you to know you're taken care of wherever life takes you. Ask about Kasasha Cashback Checking with 4% cashback on debit card purchases. Visit cgbank.com to see more. Here on the postgame show as we wrap things up for the 2025 season, we'll get one last look at our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory. While it wasn't a drive to victory tonight, it was an impressive drive to start the game as the Indians get a offsides penalty against Trinity on the first play, and on the second play, it was a 74-yard touchdown run by Quincy Compton right here, and that's our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive of the game. And why not? Let's keep it with Quincy Compton to make him our Precision Gas Plumbing hot player of the game. He was on fire tonight. Compton made some big plays, and he came out of the gate exploding for that 74-yard touchdown run. And when it's cold outside and you want to warm up like Compton did tonight at the start of the football game, you got to trust the experts over at Precision Gas Plumbing in Berea. From gas logs to custom fireplaces, and they also install gas tanks. Follow them on Facebook to learn more. Precision Gas Plumbing in Berea. Coach, you look at the season for Madison Central. Up and down year, they lost some really tough games early on to North Laurel, lost that game to Johnson Central. But it seemed like they finally hit their stride against Great Crossing. Scott County.
I think Scott County was the first game we saw what could be.
Yeah, and you look at what the future holds for this program. They bring a lot of talented guys back, but you look at some of these seniors. You lose McElwee. You lose Camden Burke. You lose Muncie. You lose Corinthian Barnes. No, you don't lose Barnes. You lose Compton. You lose Davion DeBruce. A lot of these guys that made a lot of these explosive plays are gone. But I think they kind of set the tone this season of what Madison Central football is going to look like going forward.
They did. And I, while you were saying all those names, what I was doing in my head is I was going, when you say Moose McElwee, I was going Liam Daly. And then you're going Camden Burke. And in my head, I'm going William Snell. And I'm trying to think of who's the next guy up, because a great program has to have next guys up. And I think there's guys here that can fill those roles and step up. But I do think that you're going to have to open up your playbook to Herbst next year. It is what it is. I think the kid has got such a big toolbox to pull from, and it depends on the goal. Yeah. If the goal is to win 9 games, win district, play for a region, you can keep doing what you're doing. If the goal is to just let's see if we can get over the hump, be more competitive when we hit Louisville and places like that, I think you have to switch something up a little.
And here's the thing, too. He has shown you the ability to throw the
football.
He
can throw the ball, man,
now,
I'm telling you.
Christian Lawson, that might be the hardest piece to replace next year. We don't
He's
know.
He's the only one I don't see the next guy. You're exactly right.
That guy will be hard to find because who steps up as the Christian Lawson of next year? Because they've got a lot of – and you look, they got Kinley that could step into Quincy Compton and Davion DeBruce's role. Jeff Harrison could do that. Canterbury on the outside, him and Carmelo Hill, they can replace some of that. But who's going to be the guy that steps up at that tight end spot? That'll be very important to pay attention to as we go into next football season. We'll talk more about the close to the season and the final game of this year coming up on Monday night's Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. But for tonight, a special thank you to all of you who joined us throughout the season. Thanks to Brandon Fritz and Robbie Cooksey from Madison Central for allowing us and Coach Blair to be a part of their program throughout the season. For all of you that have listened to games or watched games, thank you very much as well. And to our great crew. To Landon Eads, Jacob Beck, who was with us here tonight, Garrett Stearns, Aiden Mills, Copeland Peterson, and our great producer, Gage Hill, who always makes things click. We've talked about Gage a lot. He's kind of the Carson Hurst of our team.
These guys are the real deal, man. Like, when we started doing this, I didn't realize the team you had. They're professional. They show up. They do a great job. There's some young guys that have bright futures in your team, man. They're doing a great job.
Well, I've got one more thank you to give out, and it's to you. I mean, I've had so much fun with you this year. And people ask me, like, how did this kind of came about? And I was like, to be honest with you, I'm not even really sure.
Yeah, we started talking about it, didn't we?
But it's been a lot of fun with you this season.
Man, thank you.
I've had a lot of fun doing these games and kind of, listen, you've taught me a lot about the game itself, just listen to you kind of break down each play that you see. And I know we've seen a lot of the comments come in that have been very pleasant as well. It's my, I think, 10th year of doing Madison Central
and
football.
You were interviewing me a long time ago, man. That's how this started. It's been a while.
So I love being with the folks that watch and listen, and looking forward to a good basketball season now. We'll turn our attention to that. We'll be on the hardwood here in a couple of weeks. But for the gridiron and for a really fun 2025 Madison Central football season, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. From all of us, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks back into some live sports on WBON TV and WEKY.